Hello and welcome back. We just spoke with Wassian, and he told us to get permission to venture down into the catacombs and the caves below Avalon, but we won't actually be able to advance that particular plot point just yet. So the only thing left to do is look into the cure for Elazar, because we can't investigate this plague of skeletons, and the manuscript of Mystic Magic, which is the book we're supposed to be looking for Anthemas, is supposedly owned by someone living down in the caves beneath Avalon, so neither of those can be investigated just yet. So we'll go speaking with Brother Crosby and see what he has to say. And he mentions that Elarath might have some information regarding the cure for Elazar, so we're going to head up to Inner Keep Level 1, or Outer Keep Level 1, and try to find what information the old wizard might have regarding this cure. So we'll head up to his laboratory and have a chat with him, see what he has to say. And he mentions that it's probably some kind of hostile magical assault. And it's apparently some sort of mystical illness, an ancient curse, and so on and so forth. We suggest that we might be able to find help with Pell, but Pell has been very busy ever since the Fornaxan magistrate appeared. And there's apparently two components. The incantation must be read by someone pure of heart, mind, and body. Fairly standard requirement. Apparently we meet that requirement. And there's another component, something called a Grimstone Root. And apparently Olan should have it. And the other kind is a Swamp Fire Flower, which Reyes would probably have. And if we collect those two ingredients, we should be able to save the old wizard. So we're going to go look into those. As you can see, we're collecting a lot of ingredients in this chapter. It's a bit tedious, really. I don't really particularly care for these quests in the 6th chapter. They're a bit dull. But the rewards are rather grand, as I mentioned before, so I guess we'll go through with it anyway. Anyway, Olan can be found in the same place he always can, which is over here to the far right, just around where this merchant is. And if you speak to him, he should be willing to hand over some Grimstone Root, and at no charge, no less. Wow, shocking, really. And that's the Grimstone Root. It's a rather ugly thing, but it's ours now, I guess. We also have the recipe to heal Elazar. So the only thing left to do is grab the Swamp Fire Flower, which can be acquired from Merchant Reyes, who seems to constantly stock these rare and mystical herbs, which is rather convenient for us, I guess, to have them all clustered in one location. Anyway, he's in the same place he always is, which is the Inner Bailey, just over here to the left and near the top, along with all the other merchants. And if you go over there, you should be able to buy the Swamp Fire Flower from him. I don't think it costs that much. The only thing that costs a lot in this game is the Thunder Root, which comes out of nowhere, really. But usually you have 1,000 stored up by then. And now we have the Swamp Fire Flower as well. So I believe we now should report into Elarath to tell him that we found both of the ingredients, and then go ahead and try to cure Elazar of his illness. So we'll head back to Outer Keep Level 2 and hand over report into Elarath anyway. I'm not exactly sure if this step is necessary, but if he gives any training points, we wouldn't want to miss it. So we'll go speak to him first and see what he has to say. Well, apparently not much. Anyway, we now have all the things needed in order to heal Elazar of his illness, so we'll head down to Outer Keep Level 1 and get started on that. Oops. And we talked to Brother Crosby again. And we'll begin the incantation. It's apparently very straining, and it paralyzes us for a short time. And then a number of guards appear, and next thing we know, we've been dragged in front of a court, and Queen Nanessi is charging us with treason against Avalon and the Seven Kingdoms. And you can take this opportunity to be quite snarky, and you can poke quite a few holes in our argument. And she gives you the offer to call in a character witness, and you usually have two options. First is Captain Nicophorus, who is the captain of the ship you arrived in Avalon on, and the second is Ambassador Jofrit. And you can pick Ambassador Jofrit if you saved his nephew. That's a good thing to do. If you don't save his nephew or he gets killed, it might not be a good idea to choose him. I think he speaks poorly of you, but he speaks well of you if you did save his nephew. And Queen Nanessi continues charging you with a few things, and you can she accuses you of thievery, and indeed you are quite wealthy and have a cornucopia of magical items, but as you point out, most of this has been gained by your various exploits against the enemy. And you also have to argue the point of the Earthstone and the astral plane and various other things. And the trial gets dragged on for quite a little while. They talk about a few things, but eventually it's interrupted as the south gate has apparently been overrun by Shaohul. And it's at this point that the map changes quite drastically. We are now in the Outer Bailey, and as you can see, it's been completely overrun, and the castle is barely being held by Avalon's few defenders. And we need to discover the situation on the Peasants' Bailey Gatehouse and report back to Captain Calvaric. Apparently, it's there's a catwalk running from the south gate to the Outer Bailey, and there's a gatehouse there that needs to be secured to make sure that the Shaohul can't use the catwalk to enter into the deeper areas of the castle. Anyway, we've now entered a point of no return, so this is an important plot turning point for us. And if you go throughout the castle, you notice a few things have changed. Like here, the Outer Bailey has been barricaded and fortified, and you can also you'll also notice that most of the kitchen staff are missing, as well as Bonnie, the supposed love interest of the main character of the game. And there's also an infirmary that's been set up in the Inner Bailey, and you can find that to the top left here, or the sort of the top center, right around where that sort of in type place was happening. And Honora is here. We had a quest with her earlier, and apparently Bonnie was in the south gate when it was overrun, so that doesn't bode well for her, I guess. And if you talk to Friar Masseuse, who happens to have moved here to tend to the sick, where is he? Friar Masseuse? Well, I think he was supposed to. Maybe it was someone else. Brother Curly, perhaps? No. Well, anyway, apparently we can't do that just yet. So I guess I'll end this video here. And the only thing we can do at the moment is investigate the gatehouse. So I guess we'll be doing that. All right. See you next time.